Assumptions harden into facts. A very wise man, Neville Goddard, said that. Let's talk about that today. Hi guys, it's Angie from Creation is Finished. I apologize for the lighting in here, and this is take 3 of my video because when I save it, it keeps saying insufficient space, and it's really ticking me off. Okay, assumptions harden into fact. What does this mean? Okay, so I'm going to use what I have done with my SP as an example and what has worked for me. I learned about affirmations on my journey. I started with Amanda from Create Your Future, and she uses attentions, which is basically the same thing. And I started doing that actually with another SP. But then when I realized I wanted my ex-husband back, I actually had found Sammy Ingram on YouTube. And I really related to her, and I liked what she was teaching, and what she was teaching, or what she is teaching, it's the truth. And what it is affirmations. We say the affirmations until they become assumptions. For example, with my ex-husband, when I found her and I knew it was him I wanted to be with, I affirmed over and over and over again all day, because we have 60,000 to 70 thoughts a day, and I knew I wanted him. And I was kind of in crunch time because there was a third party, and he had been dating her for quite a while, and he was telling me he didn't want to be with me. Get that thought out of my mind. He didn't think of me like that anymore. He just wanted to be friends. He wanted us to be such good friends that we can go places out for dinner with our significant other. Oh no, that just didn't relate to me. So what I got from Sammy was you affirm. You affirm every time you think of him, and trust me, I was thinking about him all day because I just knew it was him, and he told me we were never getting back together. And so I affirmed to make it into assumption, because everything out in this 3D world is made up of our assumptions. We've created everything in this 3D world we have created with our thoughts. So what we have to try to do is affirm on a loop to get these assumptions that have already manifested, that we already believe in, out, gone, bye-bye. They gotta go. So the reason why we affirm, again, is to make it into the dominant assumption. So what I did with my ex-husband, I took 2 affirmations, and I think at that time I was doing, I'm sorry, a cat might try to get into this video. I was trying to make the affirmations into assumptions. So I picked 2 of them that I went on a loop, and I think it was my SP is ready. My SP wants me and only. It was my SP wants me and only me. My SP loves me. And I said them over and over and over again. The only time I think I didn't think of them was I would watch TV, take a break, or watch a bunch of videos. I think I was watching Sammy's over and over and over again. My favorite one by her is Victim Mentality. It makes a lot of sense. I watch that one a lot. So I affirmed over and over those 2, over and over and over. Now, you don't have to do that. I'm just telling you what worked for me. And I wanted him back fast. I didn't want to wait. So I affirmed over and over again until it became the dominant assumption. And I did have coaching with Sammy, but I was on a wait list. So I had to do the work on my own for a week, and I did make progress. All of a sudden, he wanted to see me all the time. He was never with the third party. He was always with me all the time. He wanted to go shopping with me, and he wanted to go out to dinner with me. So even when I was with him, I was affirming in my head. And then a week later, as I was making progress, I did do my coaching session with her. But I had already made progress, and again, she gave me a couple affirmations, and I affirmed them. A few days later, I went through the purge, and if you don't know what the purge is, and I will talk about that in another video, a purge is when all the old things come up to life. You've been good on your mental diet, you've done everything right, but everything, all that stuff that you worry about just comes up, and the reason why is because it has to go. And some people don't experience it, but I did. So what I did through the purge was I cried because he ghosted me. I didn't know where he was. I didn't know what he was doing. I cried, but I didn't let the bad thoughts sink in, even though I felt bad. I affirmed through my tears. I had a temper tantrum. I threw things, but I affirmed, and I think at that time, the only affirmation I could get through my out or in my head was everything in my life is perfect. Everything in my life is perfect. I learned that from Sammy too. Everything in my life is perfect. Everything in my life is perfect, because I knew what it was, and I was no way going to react and take me back. So that happened for 2 days. 2 days later, he just started texting me and calling me, and like nothing ever happened. And I didn't question him about it. I didn't ask him where he was or what he was doing. So it went back to what it was, and then 2 days later after that, he was like, okay, and it was his idea. We can try again. We'll take it slow, see where it goes, but yes, we can try again. And then we were back together. And then not even long after that, he didn't even practice what he preached. He was loving me better than when we were dating. He wanted me. He desired me. So as of now, we spend a lot of time together. And my affirmation hardened into fact, and then some. So the fun part is when you do get your SP pack, how do you keep them? Which I will talk about later, because my goal right now is for you not only to get your SP, but anything you want, anything. We were meant to manifest. That's what we were born to do. We've been manifesting with our assumptions since we were born, and nobody taught us that. But yeah, that's why we affirm. We make it into an assumption. Assumptions harden into fact, because you got to get that affirmation to implant into your subconscious mind. It has to. I don't care if you're doing affirmations. You can script, you can visualize. I didn't do either of the two. I think near the end I did visualize. It's not hard for me to visualize, but it was just easier for me to affirm, because you know when you're thinking that in your subconscious mind, there is a picture, because the subconscious mind can only it can only form in pictures. So I just affirmed. Now you don't have to do that. I just chose to. I just needed it to make an assumption quickly, because we had my son graduated this year, and we were having his graduation party, and I wanted to be back together with him before then. So I was working on a timeline, 2 weeks, and it worked. Yeah, so affirm. It works. We were meant to do that. We've created everything in our lives. All the bad crap. I did. Maybe one day I will sit here and tell you everything I created that was bad in my 50 years of life. Of course, I created good, but I created bad as well. And when I look back, I've manifested quite a bit of things. A lot of things I didn't want. So, affirm. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I will answer them. You can visit my blog, creationisfinished.com, or you can join our Facebook group, which I will link at the bottom. And please like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I know this video is kind of rushed, but for some reason, I don't know, this stupid iPad that I'm filming on is being silly. So I think I'm going to affirm a camera or something. So, alright, take care. Go out there and create something wonderful today. And I will talk to you really soon. Thank you.